This is a weekly reading for Taurus, so first of all a good shuffle. If you leave a comment, then I will reply with a free angel message within 24 hours. Don't forget to like and share. There's also links if you'd like to buy me a coffee or for a personal reading, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Press the bell icon for instant notifications. So just going to focus around your energy and just lay down your 10 cards on the table. And going to see what's going on and what's going to show up in the coming days for you. Right, let's have a look. It's interesting. This is the one card in the pack, which for me has the same meaning upright as well as reversed. What that means is that there's a situation around you, where whichever way you look at it, you always come to the same conclusion. So I do feel you may well have been given someone the benefit of the doubt here. You haven't been quite sure. You haven't been quite sure around a situation. But I do sense something's going to come out of the woodwork. Something's going to be revealed here. It's like a whole can of worms will open. And it leaves you in no doubt. It's like whichever way you look at the situation, you realise it's time just to walk away. Okay, so I do sense there is some type of release coming up for you, but it's also a sense of relief as well. It has been very, very karmic. You've been stuck in this situation for far, far too long. It's like Groundhog Day, going through the same experience just day after day or even week after week. But like Groundhog Day, you learn within that same day. You learn a way to actually break free from this toxic energy into something much more healthy here. I do feel something here about you being waiting on some news, and there's going to be some news here within the next 8 days. There's also this goal or project which you're working on, and so much is going to be achieved here within the next 8 weeks. I'm also seeing like Cupid's arrows and arrows of love, and it's very much about romance is going to bubble up around you as well. There's been a lot of upsets. Okay, there could well have been a recent mourning, but most certainly there's some problems here around matters of the heart. There's a lot of looking back, constantly looking back. It's very much this energy of bad memories. It's like you think of something which happened, something you did, or something someone else did, or some events, and it's just happening just over and over again, and it doesn't actually do any good, but you can't find a way to actually stop doing it. It's like me saying, don't think about a pink elephant, but you think about a pink elephant, It's a way not to think back so much, okay? And it has a lot to do with energy, if you like. But I do sense you changing your perspective here, or changing your direction, which really does help with the situation. There's 2 cups standing here. So if you just turned around, stop looking back, stop looking at the disappointments, just move away from the negative energy. Don't forget, if you change the way you look at something, what you look at also changes, and the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Something here about you becoming more in touch with your feelings here, because there's a strong sense you were wearing your heart on your sleeve. You were giving too much of yourself. Someone was taking advantage of your good nature. I do feel a lot of like sort of smoke and mirrors around you. Someone was pulling the wool over your eyes, but it's like you gain more clarity. You see things for how they really are. So rather than drowning in your emotions, it's like you'll just become more in touch with your emotions. It's not about cutting off your emotions completely. That's not possible because they just come back stronger. But just being in touch, just gently, but not actually drowning in them, not wearing your heart on your sleeve. You kind of learn a lesson there, I feel. You've been hurt badly. So it's movement forward, but it's not easy. There are going to be conflicts here. There's also something here about receiving mixed messages or mixed signals from somebody. So it could well be there's been a lot of blowing hot and cold, coming and going type of energy. But it's like you don't put up with this nonsense any longer. So rather than trying to deal with it head on like you have done, where things flare up, or trying to ignore it where it comes back stronger, You just walk away. Okay, but in walking away, it throws up its own problems as well, because there's these doubts, these worries, these fears. Am I doing the right thing? Should I go back? But you kind of sort of stick with it. It's like this transitional period. It's like the darkest hours just before the dawn. I like putting it back in elastic bands, letting go, and then it projects itself forward. But better times are shown ahead. I do feel a toxic energy around you. It's coming across as being feminine, but it could be male or female. Just someone who's this constant thorn in your side. Okay, there's been a lot of interference from this person. This person has really got under your skin. But I also sense something here about drawing a line in the sand once and for all. It's like you move away from this person, or you deal with them differently. Something changes. Don't forget input output. If you put the same thing as an input all the time, you get the same output. But if you change the input, you get a different output. And it's like you change things here. You do feel very frustrated at the moment, okay? You have been pulled one way and then the other, okay? Your heart has been wanting to go back. Your mind has been wanting to let go. But as I said earlier, it's very much about you gaining more clarity. Something comes out of the woodwork. Your heart realises, that it's time to let go as well. And when your heart and mind work together, you gain this laser sharp focus. You go towards what you want. Because look, at the bottom here is your heart and mind in conflict on this double-edged sword. But as it comes to a point, there's a victory reef. So it's victory when your heart and mind work together. Yeah, the advice here really is to shift more towards your mind. Okay, as I said before, you've been wearing your heart on your sleeve. You've been given too much of yourself. I mean, you would expect if you gave something, then you would get it back in equal measure. But it hasn't been working that way with this person or these people. It's like the more you give, the more they take. Okay, and things do get to a point. Things do reach a head when you kind of just move away, and your mind is very much in control. But as I said, you're also in touch with your feelings as well. It's very important to be in touch with your feelings, not drowning them like before, but just being in touch, because then it doesn't build up this inner resentment. Okay, there's more flow. Your heart and mind working together, your mind and heart working together, and then projecting yourself forward, gaining this laser sharp focus. There's been some recent bad news here. Something clearly come out of the woodwork. It shocked you. Okay, this is what I get here, and it wasn't a very pleasant shock. It's been creating these blockages. It's been holding you back. Okay. It's like your mind has been unsettled, your emotions have been all over the place, you haven't been able to be in touch with your soul source, if you like. But there's a strong sense that after this transitional period where things are difficult, your mind will settle, your emotions will settle, you're in touch with your soul, which is a reflection of the universe. You're able to manifest more of what you want. You've had that tower moment, something clearly come crashing down here. It's symbolic, but I see two people falling from a building, which indicates it's falling out. But the ground is now clear. Something much stronger can be built there than before. And I do sense you just moving away from this toxic energy. There's been a lot of lies. There's been a lot of deceit. But things are uncovered. Things come out of the woodwork. A whole can of worms is opened. You see things for how they really are. And then you actually make these changes. The input becomes different. It becomes much more healthy, and you get a much healthier output. So don't forget to leave a comment, and I will reply with a free angel message within 24 hours. Don't forget to like and share. And there's also links if you'd like to buy me a coffee or for a personal reading. Thank you.